Nice to see that arrogance has been converted into success. So thank you so much for coming. Yes, so Supriti ma'am is going to leave. She has a meeting, and Principal and Kusha ma'am will also join later on. They have an emergent meeting.
Sure.
Supriti, I will just take one photo. Can some of you please switch on the videos? Those who are in a position, please switch on your videos. No one else? सुनीता लाइट फेस बैक पे आ रही है, शक्ल नहीं दिख रही. हाँ अब ठीक.
चलो बाय बाय, ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू. आयुषी, हेमंत थोड़ा लेट कर दिया बेटा.
यस मैम.
क्लास में ग्रुप फोटोज देंगे. स्टार्ट द प्रोग्राम बेटा.
Shall I? Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Vedang, you are.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Ayushi? Wait. We will formally introduce you.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I start?
Yes, beta, please.
Okay. I would like to welcome everyone on behalf of our team to this yet another interactive session by CII on the topic self-employment, startup and entrepreneurship. But first, let me throw some light on CII. The Center for Industry Interaction was initiated by our respected principal, sir, in 2016 with the overall aim of developing the overall personality of the students and to provide the students with an opportunity to interact with the experts belonging to the industry with the objective of imparting a better understanding of the needs of the industry. For the past 5 years, we have been actively organizing events under this center to reach a tad closer to our goal. First, I would like to welcome Dr. Ruchika Ramakrishnan, convener of Center for Industry Interaction and Alumni Affairs Committee. We are really thankful to ma'am for putting the constant efforts of making the society more productive. We would like to present our special thanks to ma'am for being persistently in touch with our alumni to make sure that they provide us with the wonderful insights of the real business world out there. Thank you, ma'am. And now I would like Ayushi to continue. It's over to you.
Thank you, Akansh.
Ma'am, I'm visible, audible also.
Yes, Anshika.
Ma'am, I'm audible.
Yes, beta, you are.
Thanks. We are more than happy today. We are more than happy today to have on panel Mr. Vedang Jain, who is a proud alumnus of our college. From being a notorious student and not very highly enthusiastic to attend the classes, Vedang sir has achieved the extraordinary because of his diligence and his hunger to do something. He also had a startup while his time at the college. He modestly rejected the offer as working under someone was not on his checklist. Today, Vedang sir is highly successful in his field and is here to share his journey with all of us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vedang. So welcome, Vedang. Nice to hear such words.
Thank you, ma'am. So I'll continue from here. So
Yeah.
I'll just tell something about myself. Myself, Vedang Jain, and obviously I'm a pass out of Shamlal College, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an industrialist. I'm also an investor and also a founder of few startups. So what ma'am just told a bit about myself. So I'll just get all of us back to the days of my college life. I still remember the time I met ma'am. And it was new classrooms which were there, and I was a student of BCom honors, and I was sitting in the class of BCom program, and I still remember ma'am used to take my attendance by the name of Anmol for a really long time, till the time she got to know I was a student of BCom honors, and
ये सब बाद में बताते तुम.
So I just and from there to a lot of a heated moment with ma'am, to touching her feet and getting the blessings from her, and learning from lot from her. What exactly I got admission through sports quota, and all the way from that notorious kind of person to being an industrialist. I'll say it's a lot of a journey kind of thing. I literally enjoyed every part of it. So I'll just tell you that how from being a notorious person to being an industrialist, how this bridge was covered. I just to all this time, I used to just do one thing. That was my discipline. I used to have just one discipline all my life, and even I follow it right now. And that's, I wake up at 4 in the morning and I continue my day after that. Just this small thing of my life actually changed my complete life. And just before starting anything, I'll just I'll make some promises to you, and each one of you sitting over there and watching this, that if I can't promise you something that this will definitely change your life, but I will promise you one thing, that if each one of you will apply some part of it and will apply it to your daily life, I'll promise you this will change your life, because it's actually changed my life. A person like me, who was from a background who's actually known by the teachers for his mischief, for his notorious things, and all the pranks I used to pull off. But so before starting, I'll help you out with some terms which is important for this session, and I'll be using it in a lot of way. And for a few of them are entrepreneur. What's exactly an entrepreneur is? Entrepreneur is someone who's starting a startup, is known as entrepreneur. What's startup and how is it different from business? Startup is something having a business and doing the same business in a different way. I'll say, like, supposedly I'm selling bricks. Now I sell bricks online. That's startup. Doing the same thing in an innovative way, or finding something, like Ola, Uber. These are called as startups. And after that, I'll say, what self-employment? Anyone who's working for himself or herself and trying to earn their livelihood is called as self-employment. Bootstrapping is something starting from zero and earning through business. It's called bootstrapping. And again, these are the few terms which I'll be using throughout this session. So, I'll just start making a statement that with all due respect to teachers and everyone, schools and colleges do kill entrepreneurs and business and startups. I'll tell you why. I have a reason for just making this harsh statement.
I fully agree, Vedant. I fully agree, because our education system does not promote creativity.
Exactly, ma'am. Exactly. And I'm glad.
I agree.
Exactly, ma'am. And I'm glad Ruchika ma'am brought this thing to our Shamlal College. And I used to know the Shamlal College is known for a lot more things. And now, after this time, this long time, ma'am is taking such an initiative. I'm glad that Shamlal College is taking such initiative, and Ruchika ma'am initiated it. I'm glad for that. And
thank you, Vedant.
Thank you.
It is just because you people have been so supportive. Deepam also, he agreed, because in spite of his busy schedule, he agreed. You have agreed. So thanks to you people. And in fact, just put me across to a lot of people, probably who are not in my domain right now. So just we are keen to have people like you on board now.
Thank you.
So wherever you can mentor the juniors, it would be nice, and especially during these times.
No, ma'am, I'll make sure that each one of them do something after this session, and I'm going to give a big opportunity to them after this, by the end of the session. So whoever will continue, I'll give them this thing, like it's more like an opportunity for them. So I'll give them this thing, and I'll say why college and schools kill entrepreneurs or startups. I'll tell you why. Because our education system is made of something which we don't need to study. For example, environmental studies or something. Supposedly I'm into industries, right? I want to learn how to, how to run an industry, how to manage things, how to, file my tax and everything. This is not something which I'm taught in college or school. But I'll say, after everything, how you can use this, you can use college as an opportunity, how I use college as an opportunity. And I made my first startup in 19 years old. When I was 19 years old, I still remember I was 19 years old when I started my first startup in college. And with the help of college, it was an event management company named Neon Ring. And I started I didn't start it as a company. I started as an individual. And I organized the unofficial freshers for the colleges. And I started with my own college. It went ahead. Then I switched to another college. It went ahead. And then it's going on. And I still remember my last event before I sold off my company. It was Ultra Music Festival with a footfall of 10,000 people. With all this story, what exactly I want to say is how though I used to go to college, I never used to attend my lectures, how I turned college into an opportunity. I saw that over this college, there is no, party culture or no this social culture outside outside the college, which everyone can come over here and can enjoy. I took it as an advantage, and I saw it as an opportunity for myself. And I started it. It went well. Then then later I converted it into a company and then sold it off. So I'll say the reason why we go to college is not for the education purpose or the curriculum we get over there. Everything right now in this era, in 2021, we get everything online, right? You can get everything. You name it and you get it online. You want to study tax, go online, you can have it. You want to study, being a student of commerce, you want to study coding, you go online, you can get it. But how colleges help it, I'll tell you. Colleges is, why IIMs, DUs are marked, as A level, and other colleges are not as compared to other colleges. You know why? Because of their ambience and because of their students. And it's the students and the faculties and with whom we interact. And we get a lot of things, like supposedly, there are people who want to be an entrepreneur, like, right? In the college, there might be people with the same mentality. We all can come together and, make something remarkable for ourselves and for others. Again, I'll say this is something, how, you can use college as an opportunity. Education is fine. You're going to get degrees and you're going to go off. But then, down the line, these marks won't even matter to your life. Trust me. I've been there. You can ask Ruchika ma'am about it, and she'll say the same. Your numbers, these grades doesn't matter. You at this time, when you get a lot of time, you can invest it in yourself. You can interact with a lot of people in college, and even during the COVID time, when it's hard for you to meet people physically, you can use the technology. You can have the groups. You can, initiate some. I think there's a disturbance. I think there's a disturbance, ma'am. Okay, so let's get to the business. Why entrepreneurship? Why self-employment? Why startups? I'll tell you why. You don't start a startup just to have a good living or just to have a, like, I'm going to make some money out of it and I'm going to go home getting rich. No, it's not like that. When you start a startup or when you become an entrepreneur, you just don't help yourself, right? And you don't need to help others as well. But, eventually you end up helping a lot of families and a lot of people out there. How? I'll tell you why. Because if supposedly I'm starting a startup, I might be leading a lot of laborers, and I might be leading a lot of, people for a desk job. So with me, I'm also changing the life of others and thousands and hundreds. Similarly, the reason why we
Vedang, I will just make a correction here. Grades do matter. Okay, because see, no, I'm telling you, you are talking in a broader sense, but what I'm telling is, when you get better grades, it shows that you have put in a lot of hard work. This is how we see. When I see a mark sheet, right? Just leave aside the factors that what could be the possible reasons that a person has got high grades, but apparently it looks like the person has put in hard work. So grades definitely matter. But what you are talking from, I understand your perspective that if you are going to go in for a startup, then grades might not matter. Okay.
No,
but at this stage, at this stage where students are right now, so they have to put in a lot of hard work. They need to see that they get good grades. Tomorrow, if they go in for a startup, that's a different thing. Right?
Okay.
So I will still make a correction, because see, this is what Mohit was also discussing last week with me. So Mohit was saying, "Ma'am, मेरा तो इतना अच्छे grades नहीं आए हुए, लेकिन कहता मैंने इतना अच्छा business वगैरह setup कर लिया." मैं कहा, Mohit, everyone is not going to set up a business. If you have to go in for a job, है ना? So you need to have good grades.
But ma'am, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying, you don't need to educate from the college, or you don't need to pass out from the college. This is not what I made a statement. I made a statement that grade doesn't matter. What I want to say is that if all the time when in the college, when I'm having 24 hours, right? If I'm putting that 24 hours in studying, just studying, and doing not exploring.
Yes, that is what exactly. Yes, exactly.
We all are having 24 hours.
I understood, but these students will take it as that Vedang sir has said that grades don't matter. That is why I understood. I told you, I have understood the perspective. So
that's my perspective. No? So if I'm having 24 hours, right? If I'm having 24 hours, I'll try to put my 20 hours in doing something I want to do all my life.
Absolutely.
And 4 hours,
yes, I agree.
Something which is necessary, or I'll say all of the time. So I still remember, in the college, maximum students study like before, go just 2 months before the college, and they're like,
yes, right.
Even I remember myself. Hello, hi,
2 months is a very long time. You're saying 2 months is a very long time. You're saying.
Yes, ma'am. It's been 4 years. Yeah. So, ma'am.
I know.
So that's what I'm saying, ma'am. That if you are having 24 hours, try and invest maximum of your time in something which you really want to do all your life. So I did, and then later I also appeared for CPC. A lot of students, rather the toppers who were having 90s, didn't clear the interviews, but I did. But I didn't opt for the job. I know I wanted to do something which I want to do all my life. So I continued in the industries. Then I again started started my own company, and also being an angel investor in a lot of startups right now. So this is I'm just telling why entrepreneurship and startups are important. And then when your why is clear, a lot of people must be having their own reasons. Supposedly, I want to be I want to travel, right? I want to travel. I want my business to work for me. So I'll try and put my efforts and extra efforts of this time in my business, so that when my time comes, I want to travel, I can travel. Entrepreneurship and business and everything, these might not give you a lot of money. I can't promise you this will give you a lot of money, but I can promise you one thing: this will definitely give you a lot of freedom. You want to go travel whenever you want. You want to take an off, you take an off. You don't need to answer anyone. This is like ultimate independence. You want to go, supposedly you want to buy a house, you like it. You don't need to look at their salary check and like, oh my God, my salary is so low. Oh, sorry. But then you can, you can work hard for yourself. every day, every hour, every second you put in, it's for yourself. You don't need to put, supposedly I'm doing 100 hours a week, a job, and my boss is making all the money. He's going home, he's getting rich. No, you work for yourself, you get all the money, you are getting rich, and making the society, making India, making yourself, making your family a better from wherever the past you were, So this is your why should be clear. Why you want to start an entrepreneurship? Why do you want to? Why? My reason were I want a complete freedom. I want independence. So this is how I started my first startup. Then I'll tell you how. How is really important. Once your why is clear, you can go for how you want to do it. For me, I still remember the few things which really worked for me were, starting my day in 4 in the morning actually helped me out, because I start my day almost 3 to 4 hours early than normal people. Normal people might get at 8 in the morning or, 10 in the morning, and they are already delayed by 5 hours. And I've been doing this, since I was in grade 10th, I remember. So, I already start my day 4 hours from a normal person. So, you are getting extra 5 hours or 4 hours or 3 hours, whatever it is, to do something. Maybe it might be fitness, it might be, you want to do some work, you want to read a story, you want to listen to songs, something you want to put it in yourself. This is how making a routine is important. I do this, I literally, after my graduation, I literally follow the same routine every day. I get up in the morning, I get up 4 in the morning, I go to fitness, I go for my factory, I come back, do my dinner thing, then again put my time in my startup and everything, and then go to bed. This is literally, the same routine I've been following. And just because of this routine, it actually helped me. Second, this discipline is important. Even if you start a routine, you should have that discipline throughout your life that you can follow, right? Supposedly, I'm maintaining this routine as a discipline. I might be notorious, I might be, laid back, I might be a lot of things I might be having, but then I just had this routine, just had this discipline, and it really worked for me. Third, reading books are important. I'm not saying go for your textual books. Try and read books out the context. Recently I was reading some books, 0 to 1, which actually helped me out in my startups and everything. And Rich Dad Poor Dad, Apple, go for these books, which supposedly if you want to be an artist, you spend that time in making art, reading about art, right? So what exactly I want to conclude is, spend whatever time you have right now. Right now, you guys are having a lot of time, right? You don't have a lot of pressure on your back. Most of people don't have a lot of pressure on their back that no, they want to do this, they have to take care of their family, their kids, No, you don't have to. Right now, what exactly you are doing is just building yourself, you're building your future right now. So after that, on how I'll say explore the things you want to do, right? I started as something as a planner, then I converted to a industrialist. Then I'm exploring even right now, and exploring. I'm almost 25, and still I'm exploring myself. I'm trying new things. I'm still confused, and it's okay to be confused, right? Whether I want to do this thing, complete my life. No, I started this thing. No, I enjoyed it, but then no, this is not something I want to do. So it's not. You don't be harsh on yourself. I'll say that you take your time, explore new things. Take time for yourself. And then I'll say at this age, when you're again got a lot of time, travel, take risk. Risk is again a good point, I'll say, because at this time you have nothing to lose, right? Start saving for yourself and invest in yourself and take risk. Risk as in, right now you guys don't have nothing to lose, literally nothing to lose. What exactly you will have to lose? Nothing. By the day end, if you don't get something out of it, you get the learning out of it. Right. So this is how you want to do your startup. Invest your 20s in these things, and I'm sure this will help you out. This actually helped me out. And last point, our why is clear, our how is clear, and I'll say what an entrepreneur should do. Listen to me very carefully on this one. What an entrepreneur should do. I'll say, if you're an entrepreneur, no one tells an entrepreneur, a businessman, a startup, what they should do. You are your own boss. So do what you feel is right. Do for yourself. Do whatever you want. Just do it. Don't sit back, making excuses for yourself. It's Corona. I can't do this thing. I can't do that thing. I feel sorry for myself. No, I can't do this. I'm just 18 or 19. No, you should not. This is, just do anything, any hobby, anything. Because, just having one routine, one of my routine actually changed my life. So this is how exactly it does. And at the last, I want to say, after everything, I want to just say, again, I want to make a statement that you should not start a startup, or you should not start an entrepreneurship until and unless you are mentally ready. While I was starting my second startup, I had my 2 failed startups before that. And, it's really disheartening and devastating that, you failed, but that's okay. That's completely okay. You should, move on, motivate yourself, keep going, just do it, I'll say. And with this thing, I just want to end up over here, and I want to hand it over to Ruchika ma'am if there's any question and answers. And after that, I'll give you one opportunity to each one of you sitting out there for, to grab it and make, maybe your life can be a better where you are. Okay,
Vedant, we have certain questions.
Okay.
Sonali or Ayushi, please take up the questions.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anshika?
Yes, I'm putting up the questions. There is one question. I have a query. Which skill is most necessary for a startup?
Come again.
Which skill is most necessary for a startup?
Vedant, the questions are in the chat box also.
Okay. I'll just open the chat box also. Wait.
So there are questions. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Which skill is most likely to? Okay. I'll say, a lot of skills are important, and all the skills are important. You can't say, supposedly, it depends on the nature of startup you want to start. Supposedly you want to start a startup which is making an app. So you should having a skill of coding. You should know coding before starting making an application. Or supposedly you want to be a speaker. So you should know how to, communicate. Your soft skills should be important. And supposedly if you want to manage things, you want to be a manager, then your managing skills should be important. Supposedly I started my first startup was an event management company. So my management skills must have been that good to manage, from managing 300 people at a time to managing 10,000 footfall in an event. So it depends. It completely depends the nature and the kind of startup you want to start. Next question. If this is answered.
So next question is, how can someone like me who have completed an entire semester but haven't visited college take college as an opportunity by remote mode only?
Actually, the questions are not visible in the chat box. If you can come again and be more clear with that.
I'll repeat.
Okay, sir. So
How can someone like me, who have completed an entire semester but haven't visited college, take college as an opportunity by remote mode only?
No, it's not necessary for a startup. It's not necessary, to go to attend, colleges. Startup, I'm saying how you can use college as an opportunity. As I mentioned earlier, everything you want, knowledge is thing, knowledge. You can, go over there, you can get it online, and the exposure. The second most important thing which you get from the college is exposure. Meeting people who are of their own kind, of our own kind, and alike mind. I'll say how you can get them. I'll tell you. There are a lot of groups, social groups, and out there, which are entrepreneur talk shows, which happen to be held every weekend. You can go online, check on them, and be a part of it. You can just request them or send them a mail or something that I want to be part of this group, and please add me up. They might charge you a minimum amount, some 100 or 200 rupees, and they'll add you in a group like that. And by the end of this seminar, I might also start a group for entrepreneurs. So whom all are interested, just can get me up on my social media. That's Vedang. That's by the name of Jen Vedang on Instagram, and by the name of Vedang Jen on Facebook. It's just a small, entrepreneurship group. As being inspired from Ruchika, I thought I should start this thing. And this is a small group for all those people who, even after this seminar, who all might be having some queries regarding startup, they can come to me on my social media and just text me a message that, yeah, this is my question. I got your reference from Shamlal call, and I want to ask you this question. It's fine. Next question.
Next question is,
Vedant, since international conference happened, so now we call it as SLC, not Shamlal.
Okay.
So you have been a part of the transformation.
No, Shamlal. I'll take my words back. Shamlal College.
SLC.
SLC. Okay.
Yeah, next question.
How do I determine my startup costs and other expenses?
How do you determine your startup cost? And okay, I'll say in your 20s, don't go for something really big, because at this age, when you are not ready for heartbreaks or something, I'll say go slow, go soft, try and learn a lot more about it, and then start small. I started my first startup with a 300 people gathering. Then it went to 10,000. I started my first scrap management company. I started with a really small amount, and with that, I'm going for a bigger targets, bigger companies. So start small. I'll say start with minimum risk, minimum cost, minimum inputs, minimum everything minimum, and then you can grow. And starting right now will give you an opportunity to start with minimum, because after a few years down the line, if you will be thinking, no, I want to go for minimum, your mindset in social group won't be accepting that. No, oh my God, you're doing this, you're doing that. So start small, and then you can grow it. And after that, once you're stable, or it means like 6 months down your path, then you can come again to me and ask this question, that what's your cost, how I determine my cost, how I fund my startup, everything like that.
Okay. Next is, how to get finance for a startup if I don't have capital to invest, and also for initial stage expenses.
I just answered it in the last answer itself. Getting funding is funding and investment, costing, everything. You decide that after time, right? It's been like, supposedly it's been 6 months to your startup, And again, depend on the nature of the startup. I'll say if suppose I want to start an app of something. So rather than starting an app, I'll say I start a social media platform where I can do the same stuff. Right. So start small, then you can grow bigger automatically. And with the if someone want seed funding, I'll say for seed funding, make a profile, and for government institution there are SIDBs and Startup India, and for private sectors there are big companies which are already investing. And even I am recently I've been an angel investor in few of the startup as well. So you can come to me as well if you have something markable.
Next is our college interaction, like talking with friends and our mates or handling real life situations. Can they help in improving skills in business?
Yes, definitely. It depends on the I'll say my social circle was really supportive and really helpful for me for the place where I am right now. I surrounded myself with a lot of people who are mostly entrepreneurs, businessmen, industrialists, and which actually helped me out a lot, I'll say, because all my weekends I spend with my friends, and obviously everyone of us does. But how you can make your spare time productive is by your friends. Your friends determine the kind of future you will be having. I'm not saying, I'm not generalizing it, but the people, like my people, hang out together. Supposedly, if I'm an entrepreneur, I'll try and hang out with people who are like-minded. Because our thought process, our liking, disliking are mostly similar. So yes, definitely your social skill, talking to your friends, all the social groups, everything do help you out and do determine your future. And it's very important, but it's also important what exactly the conversation is. If you're just, these are just bunch of people who are talking about completely new sense, makes no sense. If there are again people who make sense, who are talking sensible, and talking about startups, talking about investment, talking about innovations, obviously it does help. Next question.
How can your college interaction be useful in nowadays life?
How
can your college interaction be useful in nowadays life?
Okay, how college interaction can be used in day-to-day life?
Your
Something
interaction,
like that?
your college interaction.
My college interaction.
Yes.
Okay. By the I'll help you out with by the end of this session. I'm gonna tell you how my interaction will be helpful for you, for each one of you, and I'm gonna, by the end of this seminar, I'm gonna give you an opportunity, each one of you an opportunity to make this seminar helpful. So I'll answer this question at the last. Next question.
How to convince others, family or teachers, for your startup or business idea?
This is a very good question, Vedant. ये बच्चे पूछते ही रहते हैं.
I still remember my parents were really supportive when my first startup didn't require any funding, but my second startup needed an initial investment for 6 lakh rupees. I asked my parents, they were quite supportive because they know I've proven myself earlier. So how to convince? It's a really good question. I'll say, tell them about your idea. Tell them your blueprints. This is how it's going to work. Tell them the risk. Either you tell them the complete honesty. Maybe this might, might not work it out. This might lose. This might waste my time. This might waste your money. And tell them the complete thing. If you can pitch your parents, I'm sure you can pitch 100 of investors. If you can't pitch your parents at the initial stage, I don't know how you're gonna pitch the investors who are really gonna put thousands or lakhs or crores in your startup. So start convincing your parents, and this in Indian parents might give you 50 lakhs, 1 crore for your wedding, but might not get 1 lakh, 2 lakh, or 10 lakh for your startup. So you have to convince them totally. Make them a deal, or make them something, bait them something, anything that's workable for them. And still, if it doesn't, you can ask them to talk to Ruchika ma'am. She will help you out.
मैम क्या हेल्प करेगी बेटा? एक्चुअली अभी तक कोविड की वजह से तो एंजल इन्वेस्टर्स भी नहीं मिल रहे हैं.
Ma'am, anyone who I'll tell you, I'll help you out with that. There are a lot of angel investors as well who are willing to invest. Yes, ma'am.
Ayushi, any more question? Otherwise, let him speak now what he wants to say.
No, ma'am, that's all.
Because he has created a lot of suspense till now. So let's just break that suspense.
Okay, so this is an opportunity for all the people who are watching this right now. I've been an angel investors during COVID in two of the really seed funding for 2 startups. So I'm giving the same opportunity to each one of you right there. I'm gonna seed fund. I'm gonna be the angel investor to your startup, to one of your startups, who's gonna be amazing, whose blueprint will be amazing, and whose blueprint will be something which makes me, oh my god, drop my jaw down. So I'm giving you this opportunity. If any one of you want an investment, they can come to me after this seminar, and I will be the seed investor or the angel investor in their startups. And this is a gift I want to give to SLC, as what I believe everything we got from the society, it's time to return it to them. So this is my gift to each one of you right there. And if you have any doubts out there that how I start my startup, how I do this, how I make my blueprints, how I make my PDF and everything, you can also text me on my social media. It's Jen Vedam. I can help you out with that as well. And by the end of maybe before our next session, or before, if ma'am might give me an opportunity, we might be having one startup from Shamlal College of Commerce, which will be funded by me completely with the seed funding. And what seed funding is, I'll tell you. The investment before the startup even starts, it's just on the blueprints.
Thank you, Vedant. So you have the idea, or you want the ideas from the college?
No, ma'am. The students will be giving me the ideas. I will be funding one of them.
So okay, that's a good thing. I will just circulate the message. You just draft a WhatsApp and send it to me.
Sure,
so I will, because we have limited students here because of their classes going on simultaneously. We are in the end time of the second year and third years. Mm-hmm. So you just let me, and what's extra for Hillwood's alumni also. Bharat hai aapke school se. वो उस दिन से बड़ा excited है. Ma'am, Vedang is coming. He is my senior. मैंने कहा okay. भारत वीडियो ऑन कर ले. सीनियर को दिखा दो तो अपनी शक्ल. भारत. अब उसका तो मेरे को एक्स्ट्रा देना पड़ेगा.
अच्छा. Sure, I'll be.
So I will just circulate the message. अच्छा, not in condition to open video. तो क्योंकि ना we have a startup cell also, entrepreneurship cell also. Mm-hmm. So I will circulate the message everywhere.
Sure, ma'am. And I'll be also starting a small group for entrepreneurs on one of the social medias, where all the community of entrepreneurs can come together, and we can also do something innovative about it.
So what I will do is I will share, if you can have an exclusive WhatsApp number for this, that would be a nice idea. Otherwise you would be bombed with messages.
That will be a better idea. Or we can add up on Facebook or Instagram. That would be much better.
Whatever is comfortable to you. So you give me that particular channel, and I will circulate the channel.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Anything else?
Anything else? If someone wants to ask me any questions. Not in condition to open video. Bharat. Okay.
I'm also expected those. Sunita ma'am is also there. She was there at your time. आज तो अभी निकले हो. 2017 you passed out?
Yes, ma'am. 2017.
17.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon.
सुनीता आवाज नहीं आ रही. सुनीता आवाज नहीं आ रही. Lokesh has asked a question: is job more preferable or business?
Obviously, it's something which is very obvious. I'll say business for me. It worked out, and you're putting your hard work, your everything. You're investing everything you are being right now to someone else startup. Either you start a startup or you work for someone else startup. It's simple as that.
इसका ना एक्चुअली कोई बताऊं फिक्स्ड आंसर ही नहीं है.
No, ma'am.
ये डिबेटेबल क्वेश्चन ही है.
No, obviously job is better now. It's better. Let them work for me.
So that that is an entrepreneur. So thank you so much, Vedant, for sparing out time for us. And I think if कुछ बच्चे तो definitely approach करेंगे.
Definitely, ma'am. I'll be obliged to help them.
हाँ, so yeah, please just send me a WhatsApp message.
Sure,
and
ma'am.
Please switch on your videos. We will have a group photograph with him. Fast, everyone. Sumanjit ma'am is also there. Palak ma'am ने पता नहीं पढ़ाया. Palak पढ़ाया वेदांत को?
Yes, ma'am.
पढ़ाया?
नहीं, no ma'am. Palak ma'am ने नहीं पढ़ाया. Sunita ma'am ने पढ़ाया.
सुनीता मैम ने तो पढ़ाया. सुमनजीत मैम ने भी पढ़ाया ही होगा मुझे.
हाँ, सुमनजीत मैम ने पढ़ाया. हेमंत,
हेमंत is a first year student. वो भी तेरे जैसे ही बहुत questions पूछता है.
I know Sriyansh Jain, Ayushi, I know. बाकी किसी ऋषभ संचेती is there.
बहुत सारे first year के बच्चे
Jain is there.
क्योंकि अभी ये फर्स्ट इयर्स को क्या हो रहा है बेचारे ऑनलाइन के टाइम में आए तो उनको तो लग रहा है वो शामलाल.
Half of them are not even from Shamlal.
नहीं शामलाल से ही है.
No, I know few of them. They are not from Shamlal.
अर्चित होगा ना. अर्चित आया है. अर्चित आया है यहाँ पे. थोड़े से लोग और वीडियोस ऑन करो. इतने लोगों बेटा भरी हुई फोटोग्राफ चाहिए. अच्छा नहीं लगता. Tushar, Shriyansh.
Shriyansh is not from Shamlal.
He is not?
No, ma'am. Rishabh Sancheti is not from. They are my pals, my startup mates.
Okay. Oh, then it's fine. तभी इतने कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ बोल रहा है. I was surprised कि आईडी बाहर कैसे चली गई. Because पता है क्या बाहर आईडी में इसलिए सर्कुलेट नहीं कर रही हूँ फिर अपने स्टूडेंट्स को चांस नहीं मिलता.
No, ma'am.
These are basically mentoring sessions. So मतलब I want our students to ask the questions.
Sure, ma'am.
Because ये one-to-one session यही किसी motivational speaker को बुलाएंगे ना so we will be shelling out a lot of money.
And instead, I'm giving a lot of money out of that.
So let them.
I will be.
तो बेटा अप्रोच कर सकते हो सर को है ना. मैसेज में सर्कुलेट कर दूंगी wherever he wants to connect. Okay, smile everyone.
Sure, ma'am.
Sonali. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. मोहित आया. आप रुक जाए एक मिनट. आने दे इसको भी आने दे. मोहित बहुत जल्दी ज्वाइन किया. हाँ वीडियो नहीं ऑन करेगा वो. चलो थैंक यू सो मच वेदांत.
Sure, ma'am.
And we will be in touch. Thank
Sure,
you.
ma'am. We will be.
Thank
you,
you everyone. Thank you team.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Same to you. And बच्चा please connect करना. This is a very good opportunity. Startup करें तो at least you can get a job. And मतलब you are in safe hands. अपने कॉलेज के senior है so it would be nice for you. ठीक है? Thank you. So I am ending the meeting. Thank you सुमनजीत. म्यूट पे रखा हुआ सब. थैंक यू बेटा, बस यहाँ से अब इसका फायदा उठाना है इस सेशन का, ये इसको लाने का यही पर्पस था।
मैम इन्होंने स्टार्टिंग में ही बोला था कि मैं एक अपॉर्चुनिटी दूंगा एंड में।
हाँ, ये एक्चुअली अभी कॉरिडोर में मिला था आयुषी मेरे को कुछ दिन पहले, जब अभी बीच में लॉकडाउन थोड़ा वो हुआ था ना, तो आई हैड गॉन टू द कॉलेज, ही हैड कम दैट डे, तो उस टाइम पे ही टोल्ड मी, मैं कहा तो बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, क्योंकि बच्चे अपने स्टूडेंट्स के पास जाएंगे जॉब करने या स्टार्टअप के लिए, तो एटलीस्ट दे आर इन सेफ हैंड्स, आप जानते हो पर्सन को ना, इसलिए। सो थैंक यू सो मच, इट वाज वेरी वेल प्लान टुडे।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू, so we can leave now, I am ending the meeting.